The bond between a pet and their family is one that lasts past death. This just goes to show that there are no limits to how much your pet loves you.
Good day!
Have a great day!
Bye!
Bye!
I love you!
I love you too!
I love you!
I love you!
If you thought the end of Marley and Me made you sob your eyes out, then you haven't seen these gut-wrenching final moments between pets and their owners. Welcome to Animaltube TV. Today we're counting down our top picks on the top 10 heartbreaking goodbyes between pets and their owners. Number 10. Dog says goodbye in the hospital. In 2016, when California man Ryan Jessen started from a migraine, he didn't think those would be the last moments of his life. He was later hospitalized with a ventricular brain hemorrhage. He never recovered. It was his sister, Michelle, who revealed that as the family gathered to bid their final farewell, the hospital was kind enough to let Ryan's beloved pet boxer, Molly, join. The video shows Molly sniffing Ryan's still body on his bed, heartbreakingly wondering why he isn't moving or waking up. Michelle later announced that the family would be taking in the dog, saying that she's part of the family. Number 9. Wagner Figueredo and his horse. Up until the day he died, Brazilian man Wagner Figueredo de Lima and his horse Sereno were the best of friends. Then came a devastating traffic accident in 2017 that took away Lima's life. When it was time to say the final goodbye, Lima's family and brother decided to honor Wagner and Sereno's friendship and took him to the funeral. Wanda later explained, "It was as if the horse knew what was happening and wanted to say goodbye. Upon seeing the coffin, the horse started walking around it, smelling, and then he neighed. Sereno then stopped and gently placed his head against the coffin as if paying his last respects and saying goodbye." Number 8. Canine dog and his partner. In 2013, a photo went viral all over the world, showing just how deep the bond is between a person and their dog. In this particular eye-watering case, Figo, a canine officer, was saying goodbye to his fallen human partner, Kentucky police officer Jason Ellis. Showing that animals express grief just like us, Figo places a paw on Ellis's casket. Commenters speculated that since dogs can smell when someone is dead, that can give them closure, and that Figo should have been able to tell it's his partner through the coffin. After the funeral, Figo was retired from the force and taken in by Ellis's family. Number 7. Little Andrew holds owner's hand. Cats are just as loyal and sympathetic as dogs. In 2016, on his last trip to the vet, a Russian blue cat named Little Andrew held hands with his owners in the car. The heartbreaking photo was posted on Reddit, captioned, "He held our hands on his last trip to the vet. Little Andrew was much stronger than his mom and me." Number 6. Little girl's last moments with her dog. Ever since young Lynn Baker was born, she spent her life with her pet dog, Jaden. By the time the dog reached the age of 13, he was deaf, nearly blind, and completely unable to walk. The family was left with no choice but to have mercifully put the dog down. The tear-jerking pictures you see are Lynn's final moment. With tears in her eyes, Lynn shakingly touches and strokes the bulldog's head just moments before he passes away. Number 5. Giraffe says goodbye to zoo worker. In a rare moment that shows it's not just dogs and cats who grieve and say farewell to their passing loved ones, a touching picture shows a giraffe from a Dutch zoo bidding farewell to the dying worker. Ever since the giraffe, called Mario, arrived at the zoo, the worker spent years cleaning the animal enclosure. 54 years old, one of the worker's last wishes as he was dying of terminal cancer was to be wheeled to the zoo to say goodbye. Mario approaches the man and, in a touching display of respect and affection, gives him what looks like a tender kiss goodbye. Number 4. Military dog send-off. Kyle Smith and his military dog forged a bond when they were both deployed in Kyrgyzstan. When the dog was retired from the force, Smith didn't hesitate to adopt him and give him the happiest final years of his life. After a golden retirement, Bodza, at the age of 11, tragically developed a degenerative disease that damaged his spinal cord. At the heartbreaking moment when it was time to say goodbye to his loyal companion, Smith looked up to find his superior military officers coming in unannounced at the vet's office with an American flag. Properly sending off the dog, Smith gently draped the flag over the former military dog. Smith later said, "I got married with this dog. I got divorced with this dog. I have a son on the way. And the most heartbreaking part is, I really wish he was younger, so my son would be able to play with him. He was the nicest dog in the world." Number 3. Dog lays paws on owner's coffin. In 2014, Bill Schiller and his girlfriend, Anne-Marie Sibthorpe, adopted a new happy addition to their family, Chief. The picture you see was taken by Anne-Marie's 12-year-old granddaughter at Bill's funeral, proving that dogs are loyal even in death. Chief props his paws on his owner's coffin. Anne-Marie revealed that Chief then gave Bill just one little lick on his ear. Number 2. Dog grieves her owners. When Collie Dalmatian Shepherd Cross Sadie was just 8 weeks old, she was adopted by the Ballou family. When tragedy unexpectedly struck and Julie Ballou's husband died from a heart attack, Sadie grieved just like the rest of the family. Ballou describes that once they stopped working around him, she came and she laid with him and pushed at his hand almost as if to get him to pet her. She added, she was Daddy's girl. She was his and he was hers. Sadie also stopped eating for 10 days. The family thought that by letting her see inside the coffin, she might be given some closure. And it did. After the memorial service, Sadie started eating again. Number 1. Boy says goodbye to goldfish. Whether you have a dog, cat, or fish for a pet, it's one of the hardest moments in your life to say goodbye to them. Proving that a bond with a boy and his pet fish is just as deep, this little boy decided to give his pet fish, Top, the funeral he thought it deserved. Unfortunately for the boy, things didn't go as planned. However, his mom was there to comfort him.
Where does he go? Where are you going to put him?
In